Hello everyone, and welcome back to Locke's Quest for part 16. Today we're going to be going out of our base. My fault. I forgot to I did rewatch this over and over again to make sure that I didn't mess it up. But I did. Well, it sounds like I did that on purpose because I said to make sure I did mess it up. Anyway, I missed a scene where Heather tells us that she's tired, that we don't need this source well anymore, and that we need to go and move up. Because obviously this source well is lost, because they're just going to keep attacking, and there's no reason to keep defending something that's already lost. So she put charges, or charges of crates of explosives near that dam, so that way then we can latch onto those, do our little touch it, and then it will start like getting ready to explode thing. And after we blow those up, this entire area will be underwater, which means that we'll lose the walls and we'll lose the source well, but it's better to lose the source well and the walls compared to letting the Clockworks have the extra source from the wall and the source well itself. As you can see, we're still gaining scrap, so there's still weapons and items, still turrets to get, or walls to get of some type. For this entire section, like I said, last part, that defense is almost impenetrable if you put up our damage multipliers. But I don't even think I have those yet. But if you put up everything that you can to make sure your walls can withstand the clockwork attack that's going to inevitably happen, your defense is almost impenetrable, and nothing will ever get past it. Funny thing that I saw back there was that the clockworks really didn't pay attention to me at all. And I walk right past them. Usually the AI would cause them to attack, but alas, they didn't. This day is really short, though, so even if your walls are getting destroyed, really don't care. You really shouldn't care about them, because honestly, even if your walls are destroyed, more than likely you'll be able to get past the both pairs of clockwork that are defending the satchel charges. So as you can see, everyone's evacuating from the area. Something I don't think I ever asked was, what did people think of the Agony voice I gave him? Or the voice of Agony I gave him. I tried using my audio editing program to to make his voice sound like he's in a mask. I know recently I saw The Dark Knight Rises a week ago. Condolences to the Colorado shooting, but in that movie, Bane he had a mask on, obviously, so they gave his voice a little effect. I wasn't a fan of said effect. I thought it was it kind of made his voice sound really odd, and at certain points I couldn't understand what he was saying, because it sounded like he was saying something, but I didn't know what he was saying. Also, because of his mask, I didn't know who the actor was. Still haven't looked him up. I've heard people say it was Tom Hardy. I don't remember though. Either way, it was almost like he didn't have to act. He just had to keep doing motions with his arms and his legs, and move around, because he really had nothing else. Great. Now we're getting into the end game, everyone. You can tell because we're getting to the elite soldiers. Agony's sending his best men out, his best creations. Elites, if you did not know, are the best form of clockworks. They allow for higher damage, they allow for faster movement, and they allow for the clockworks to get through most defenses without much of a challenge. The elites are probably the most annoying clockwork, and yet they're the last version we are going to see until the end of the game. Luckily enough for the player. If there's any type of advantage you have over the elites, is that most of them are the exact same recolors with stronger damage and stronger health than the normal clockworks. And with the elites, you don't have to worry about what did I say here? You don't have to worry about seeing any new moves or anything like that. They're just recolors. Kinda lazy, kinda not. I don't know. Depends on your viewpoint. I find it really lazy to recolor most of your enemies to where all they are just like Shadow the Hedgehog, where they're not really a new character except for a recolor and a different personality. Not like Shadow, alright. And I don't think he's just a recolor. He's alright as a character. The game, at least he's somewhat different than Sonic. But in gameplay, he's Sonic all the way. We'll be talking about Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, quick pro tip. Never play this ROM hack, Sonic Megamix. You'll see why in the future. Anyway. That kind of ruined my commentary, because now I'm just sitting here because I'm thinking about that stupid ROM hack. As far as defense for this area, as you can see, it's a giant, irritating mess, because you have to deal with, well, I put that wall in the wrong place there. And I cut. I guess I got tired of showing people that. Anyway, as far as this area, the best thing to do is to, what was I doing when I edited this? What the heck? I can't refix this because the footage has already been recording and everything. But best thing to do is is a giant corner area, and you just want to go ahead and just let the Clockworks run up to the wall and just start bashing on it, because really there's no other defense that you're gonna have. I don't recommend putting walls down on the bottom level at all, because that's not really helpful at all to your cause, and it can just lead to you getting murdered very quickly. What happened there? God. Well, I guess that'll be my editing mistake for this LP. I remember this one time on the walkthrough corner, which is... Oh, and there's the damage multiplier turret. And then on the walkthrough corner, which is the group channel I'm part of, I did a walkthrough of Mega Man Zero, and I had done this terrible editing mistake where I cut like this one, where I was like at one part I was just fighting this enemy, and all of a sudden I cut like 5 minutes ahead, like to where I'm in some other area, like I teleported. Oh man, gotta work on not doing that. It's awful. People get confused and whiplashed. All right then. And like I said, I can't go back and fix it, so oh well. Either way, this is the defense that I go with every time, so it's not like you're really missing anything. As you can see, the elites do more damage. No one make a tasteless joke. They do more damage, and they're much more challenging compared to their original forms. But we won't see elites for a while after this. Or for a few levels. Not after this day, but after a bit of time. As you can see, I put up traps. I've actually forgotten what oh, and as you can see, Elite Knights have been introduced. I've forgotten what is the trap that has the little holes in it, the little 4 holes in it. I've forgotten what that's actually supposed to do. I think it raises damage that the enemy takes, but I could be wrong on that. As you can see, there are no Phantom Clockworks for this day. In the last section there were Phantom Clockworks, but now they're not appearing, so you don't have to worry about having a revealer turret or a revealer wall in order to help you see them. As you see, the acid tripwire trap isn't as useful as it probably should be, and the reason why is because because Clockworks can activate multiple iterations of the exact same trap over and over and over again, and that can lead to a problem of where you'll never be able to use a trap. Like, a bunch of Clockworks will walk over it, and like they're in a giant line, so you know, 5 Clockworks are walking in the front, and they get hit by all the traps, and then they activate all of them, and so they have a cooldown period between uses. All the traps do, remember? And so with all these traps having their own cooldown period, you then can't actually use the like, they're going to just end. They're like not going to be able to be used on anything else. That's a giant acid tripwire minefield. As you can see, enemies can get multiple versions of the exact same trap of the exact same stats effect on them, which means they can get like double damage from acid because of getting hit with the acid tripwire so much. So there's that. So we're already more than halfway through this LP, and there are only about another 9-10 parts at most left in this game, as far as my walkthrough, as far as my Let's Play. I'm glad that we're getting through it pretty good, because I actually am the only person, other than this one dude, who did a camcorder Let's Play for 4 episodes of Locke's Quest. I'm actually the only person on YouTube to have actually done a Locke's Quest, and what are those health bars still doing there? To do a Let's Play of Locke's Quest, or even any footage of real walkthroughing Locke's Quest. Other than, there's this one person who put the ending up, but that was also camcordered, so, yeah. Not really good quality. Oh, as you can see, elite archers are also in here. They're just retextures of the archers. They don't really... They do a bit more damage, but because they're ranged enemies that already have low health anyway, they're not really that big of a problem to deal with. As you can see, I still have my repair all here. However, because of the fact that the enemies are dying so quickly to all my traps, and my turrets are getting them way before they even get close to me, I really don't have to use it that much. I mean, look at that. Like, the enemy's just getting destroyed, mauled. It's like a murder. Like cannon fodder. Literally. Cannon fodder. But now we've saved the day. Yet again. Now what would you have done without me? Report in. Our position is secure for now. Where is your Arcaneer support? Oop. He threw up a tower to... Yeah, because they're sitting there doing stupid stuff like that instead of running away. Be a scout like on TF2. You're supposed to hit and then run. You're not supposed to sit there and try to get points. Mastered building spiked walls. That was a nice look of Heather. It's a smile. Not too often you'll see that. I believe spiked walls actually damage the clockworks if they attack them, or any enemy that attacks your walls actually gets damaged by the spiked walls, which is why they're so good, because they do damage on their own along with your turrets. So it's it's really a bad thing for them to attack your turrets. Now we've made it back to Antonia, but there's music playing. And cutscene. Oh hey, Tobias. How's it been trying to find Emmy? Wink. Can't wait till we get to tell them that we found her. Well, why can't you be here? I still wonder why Locke never told him that he found Emmy. Maybe I missed the cutscene, or maybe I missed something in the character development. I've looked at the dialogue over and over, and I still, to this day, never understand why he never told her. Like, what was the point of lying? I understand that's probably because of the fact that he's, this is war, so he almost doesn't trust anyone, but still. Like, that's your own family, dude. At least he admits it himself. Wow, poppin'. Now, I didn't know that Locke's Quest was a game of covert ops where everyone was a spy. Esther Fields. We're gonna meet some new enemies here. And get a plot twist. I is confused. Confuzzled. Emmy! The thing about this is that this doesn't make any sense either, because she doesn't tell Locke what's about to happen. Because, thank you. There we go, now I can say it. Tobias is Agony. There. Okay, and Emmy never decided to tell Locke this when she found this out. Why didn't she tell him that? This is like a romantic comedy that is really bad, where the entire plot could have been fixed in one false swoop if Emmy had told Locke this from the start. Then they could have ambushed Tobias and got him here, and then the game would have been over. But no, we all decide not to talk to each other and tell each other the truth. What's the point? And Tobias was just floating there. Well, they're kind of using everyone's ability to win. I also don't know what's with the, what's with this, where, like, and this is even a glitch in the game, in my game card at least, and I don't know what was with this glitch, but, at certain points, characters will walk into the model of another character that was already standing there. It's like they pre-rendered the character being there, which I don't understand why, because this is a cart-based game, so there are no loading screens really, other than to save. And we have the Catholic music playing now. It's actually funnier when you don't see their faces, because they look like generic NPCs, so it almost has a Batman, mom and dad, my parent, there, well, you see them there, but it would almost have been better if you didn't see their faces there and they were blocked off, but you can't. Yeah, this is the thing I was talking about, like part 15 or 14, where when this plot point happens, what's his name? They don't really pay attention to it too much. Like, no one really mentions it after this. Like, it should have played much of a bigger role that everyone knew that they are actually fighting with a clockwork. And now that Tobias has been revealed to be Agony, we don't have to worry about seeing the Darth Vader lines anymore, but his character model still has the mask on for some reason. I guess they didn't want to put his face with it. Well, you took responsibility for raising something that had the soul of another man in it. How did you track them? It only took us a few hours to get here. Well, that archer now knows that Locke's also a clockwork. So I guess she does already know your true nature. Your true nature of what you are, not who you are. Oh, hey there. Not true. I helped save some of those guys. They just were stupid and just decided to put up walls to be a martyr for their cause. My thing is, they're gonna let Locke just throw up walls at random and, ooh, punch him out. We'll see you all next time in Locke's Quest Part 17.